So.
Oh, we're live.
Oh. Nice.
Oh Lord, we're live. Let me see. Yes, we are so live right now, Jasmine Dudley. So live. Hey y'all. Howdy, howdy. What is happening on this Friday afternoon as we are here being silly? We're being silly, but let's see who's going to be silly with us. Okay, let's see. Anybody will join us in our antics here this morning. Okay, here we go.
Anita is on.
Who you see? Florence, Sandra, Kia. And who do you see?
I see Amy, Danuta, Coach Tia. Hey there.
Hi, y'all. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Come on in. Yes, y'all saw the title, How My Book Changed My Life. And so I'm going to let you talk to Jasmine for a quick second so I can get the book that changed my life. Hold on a minute.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Marcia, Nina. Listen, y'all share out this broadcast because we're going to talk about something that I am sure is going to change your life as well. Hey, Pastor Nedra. Hey, Mari. Congratulations on your book, Mari. Let's see here.
I'm coming.
Y'all, we went live before we were ready.
We really did.
Silly.
We really, really did.
It's all good. We're going to make this thing work.
We're going to make it work. I thought I had this will preach though. I thought I had the opportunity to back out of it, but I had already gone live.
No, you can't back out.
I back out because you already pushed the button.
You already pushed go.
You got to go.
You got to go. Once you're out there, you're out there. See? Once you say yes, there's no turning back.
Once you say yes.
Hands to the plow.
Yes. Once you say yes, put your hands to the plow, say yes to the process, then you're ready to go. Hey, guys. So glad you're on.
I'm going to go get the book.
Okay, now you're going to go get a book. Hey, guys. So glad you're on this afternoon. We're just here being a little bit silly, but we're being silly, but we have some serious stuff to talk about. Listen, you guys saw the title of the broadcast, and I'm going to talk about, and Pastor Jasmine is going to talk about, how a book can change your life, how a book can impact your life in such an amazing way. So if you are an aspiring author, or you have already written, or, you're in between books, then I'm glad that you're here this afternoon. And if you know somebody who falls into any of those categories, I want you to tag them. I want you to share this broadcast out. I want you to let somebody know that we are on. And this is a collaboration between myself and Pastor Jasmine Dudley and our publishing companies, Next Level Up Publishing, Dudley Publishing. And we're doing some collaborative things as it pertains to book writing and book publishing and things of that sort. And we wanted to share some exciting news with you about what's going on in the world of book writing. So how many authors do we have on thus far? How many authors? If you are an author, if you've already written a book, say, that's me. Say, I'm an author. Let us know that you're already an author, okay? I know some of you are. I know Aisha is an author. Who else is on? I think Jasmine said, I don't know. I don't see her, though. She said that Pastor Nedra was on, and I know that she's an author. Who else is an author? We want to see who we're talking to this afternoon. And if you're not an author, if you've not written a book and you desire to, why don't you say, I want to be an author. Yes. So Danuta says, I'm in between my books. Okay. So that means that there are more books in you. There are more books in you. Then you are in the right place. So many of you guys know my story. You know that about 5 years ago, I wrote my very first book. And for those of you who might be on the broadcast for the first time and you may not know, like, who is this lady and what is she talking about? My name is Kimberly Jones. I'm a co-pastor. I'm also a certified life and empowerment coach. I am a mentor. I am an 8-time author. That's right, 8 times, count them, 8-time author. And I'm just excited to be with you guys on this broadcast this afternoon. I'm kind of looking at 2 devices here trying to see who's on. So Florence says, I'm supposed to write a book. I keep running, but for you to pop up on my phone while I'm at work, I say, okay, Lord, I surrender. Florence, you're in the right place at the right time with the right people, okay? Kia, now, operative word, you said that you started 3 books. You started. Does that mean that you have not completed 1? Oh, let's see.
Who started 3 books and ain't finished?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out if that's what Kia Dawn Paulson says. I've started 3 books. So that's kind of loaded. I think that means that she hasn't finished any of them yet, but she's going to let us know. She's going to let us know. And Florence says that, did you see that message, Pastor Jasmine? I'm supposed to write a book, but I keep running. But for you to pop up on my phone while I'm at work, I say, okay, Lord, I surrender.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So Kia says yes. She has started 3, but she has not completed 1 yet. That's okay. You're in the right place. You're in the right place. So I was telling them, Pastor Jasmine, I was telling them that we're in this whole collaboration thing with this book writing. And you know, Pastor Jasmine has this reputation, and she's known as the BB. Y'all know what that is? Who knows what the BB is? Y'all know what it is.
Somebody knows.
Jasmine is notorious. She has a reputation out here in the social media streets of being a book bully. OMG. That's who she is, y'all. So if you talk about she has bullied me. Can I tell you? She has bullied me. And that's not fair. I'm her spiritual mom. I'm her mom, and she's bullying me into writing books. So anyway, I'm just telling you. Yeah, she's a big bully. But it's a good thing because let me tell you, this young lady right here, she knows her stuff when it comes to getting books cranked out there. So we wanted to talk about something that's coming up that we're doing together, right, Pastor Jasmine?
Yes. So listen, some of you may know, some of you may not know, but if you follow the hashtag Write Your Book, you'll find a ton of authors that have gone through what I call a Write Your Book boot camp. And it's literally a boot camp where it's just like this mechanism and machine that we have going that helps you get your book finished no matter what. No matter what. As long as you stay committed to the process, you'll get done. And guess what? 7 days. 7 days, you will get your book completed. And so we're gearing up. Listen, who better to partner with than the powerhouse, international, global, trailblazing, master life coach, apostle, bishop, prophetess.
Who just came in the room?
The amazing. She need a Grammy, Emmy, and all of that. Where is Oprah? Where's Oprah?
Marvelous girl.
That's who you need to be interviewing. And so I'm so honored to be partnering with master life coach, best-selling author, global trailblazing leader, Kimberly Jones, who I get the privilege to call Mama. And so I'm excited that we get to work together.
Yeah.
And both of our passions together. She loves pushing people in purpose and destiny, and I love pushing people to just write the doggone book. And so we're going to come together, we're going to collaborate, and we're going to help you birth the book out of you that you've been holding on to for years. I know some of you guys are on here and you're like, I really don't want to hear this, but I know I've been sitting on this book for like years. Listen, this is your time. And some of you may have already written your first book, but you just can't get around to that second book. We're here to push that baby out of you because now is a time more than ever for you to write the book. So I'm excited about it. We start next Tuesday, I believe, or next Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's the Wednesday, February 16th. for 7 days. You'll have to just go in with us. So next 7 days, there it is. There it is. So that's our flyer. You can go and register right there. And we're just going to talk a little bit about what writing your book actually means. So
yeah. And it, we're kind of, having a good time, having fun this afternoon. But this is a real serious matter when you talk about, writing a book, whether it's a book about you, about your life, about your experiences, or it's a book where you're able to share your expertise in a particular area. You need to get it out because the world has need of what's on the inside of you, and no matter what category it falls in. I can remember, Pastor Jasmine, I remember several years ago, I was in the midst of getting my certification as a life coach, and I was at a luncheon, and I sat beside a lady, and she had this bag. And while we were eating lunch, she opened up this bag and she pulled out this stack of books and she sat them on the table. And she was sitting right next to me. And I looked over and I said, "Oh, are those your books?" And she told me yes. She said she had just written the book. And, she always, carried them with her just in the event that she'd have an opportunity to share her books. And that presented an opportunity that afternoon at lunch. And so I was reading. And, I purchased one of her books and I said, I said to the lady, I said, I've been thinking about writing a book. And she just turned to me and she looked at me and she said, "You need to stop dragging your feet." She said, "There are people whose lives are dependent on what you have to write and what you have to say." And she was it's like her whole mood changed to sober and I'm serious. If I ain't ever said anything serious. And it was as if it was a prophetic moment for me. I hadn't written any books. I was just barely starting my coaching business, but that thing stuck with me. It stuck with me. And I'm telling you, I didn't write it right away, but just that encounter with her, it left an indelible mark on me where I knew that it had to happen. It had to happen.
Right.
And I can remember doing that first one in 2015. And that's the one that changed my life. Let me tell you, it's the 40 days of biblical declarations, 40 days of biblical declarations. And this book, this is actually the journal component of it, but this book has gone to so many countries. It has opened the door for so many speaking engagements. It's opened the door for international travel, a little tiny, itsy beatsy, little, what I call handy dandy declaration book. But it was my passion. And so I had the encouragement. Many of you know Catherine Storing. She's also a book bully. She don't call herself that, but she's one too. She's written 20 something. I don't know what her number is now. But she's the one that really lit a fire under me and got that first book out. And like I said, there's been 7 more since then. So, and that was in 2015. We're only in 2021. So we're cranking them out a little bit there. So if you, like Key is talking about needing to finish what she started. And I think Raquel said that she started one book, but never finished it. And then Florence talked about, how she's been running from that process of writing a book. Well, I don't think it's happened, Chance, that you are on this broadcast this afternoon as we're talking about this book writing journey and what we're getting ready to do with some authors here in just a few days, right?
Right. So, and it's amazing that you brought up your story and talking about your first book. And I think everybody on this broadcast can attest to how your first book has changed even their lives, because your first book changed my life, and how your first book developed into you doing the DDZ and the 40-day countdowns at the end of the year and all those different type of things. And it was amazing. And so many people were able to gravitate to who you are and what God was doing on the inside of you just because you said yes to write that book. Now, no doubt God was still going to use you in all those different things, but that book was a vehicle to open up so many other doors. Like you said, international travel, international speaking platforms that you probably would have never imagined that, because you said yes to writing some declarations that you probably just had written down in your journal that was personal for you, and you shared it with the world and literally turned the world upside down. And I can attest to that. So, those of you that are on here, I'm telling you, the moment you say yes, you may feel like, nobody wants to hear my story. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Can I tell you? Now I'm going to talk about my first book. My first book, this one right here, this was a game changer for me. Yes in the Dark.
This one right here?
That one.
This is the one you're talking about?
That one right there. Absolute game changer for me. So I wrote the book, not to publish the book. I wrote the book because I needed to finally just get everything out on paper about all of my experiences in life and things that I had come through. I just wanted to finally write it down and have it in one place. It was a process of healing for me. It was a process of deliverance for me. And so after I wrote it, my husband was just like, you probably should publish it. And I was just like, yeah, no, nobody's going to hear that. It's too much. It's too much going on. And listen, when I tell you that I got on one of those DDZs that you was doing because of your first book that you said yes to, and you got on there and you start prophesying about people needing to finish their books and write their books. And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. And after that broadcast, there was such a fire ignited in me that I went and I did it. I think we were talking about the fourth quarter comeback.
Yeah.
It was around that time you were talking about fourth quarter comeback. And I had finished most of the book, but I had not published it yet. And so when I published this book, I'm telling you, I mean, the doors that swung open and the people's lives that were changed, and so many women I got a chance to meet and minister to. And, I was just, for me at that point in my life, y'all, I was just the sound girl at my church. I was in the back doing media. Don't talk to me. I'm just, I wasn't in the forefront of anything. And so all I did was write my story, and immediately God shifted me from the back to the front. And it wasn't about notoriety. It was more about God saying, I'm going to platform what I placed on the inside of you. Wow. And so there were so many women, like I said, and so many men that came forward about their story just from reading mine. But that wasn't the blessing of it all. That was good. But the blessing of it all was this book that launched an entire publishing company for me.
Wow.
And that publishing company, literally, we've seen celebrities come through our doors. We've had forwards written by Bishop Noel Jones and people like J.J. Harrison's father-in-law and Hezekiah Walker and Marvin Winans have been in collaborations with some of the books that we've published. And so I'm telling you, they found this one book and somebody read it and saw our information on the inside. It's like, hey, do you have a publishing company? And at that time, we was like, yeah, no, yeah, we do. We do. If you're asking, we do. And
good.
Opened the door to so many things for us. And so I want to encourage all of you that if you have a book, what you do, because if you're breathing, you have a story. Write your book and let God catapult you to wherever it is that He wants to take you to. So, right. Yeah. Mari said, don't shed no tears. I'm serious. It's a serious thing, though, because had I not told my story, I don't even know the type of headspace I would be in right now, where I would be right now, and just somewhere in hiding probably. But because of my yes, because of Pastor Kim's yes, because of your yes, listen, that's what's gonna take you to your next level. That's what took us to our next level. So we just want to encourage you to just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. And we're not just, saying or telling you to do something that we haven't done, as we've, shared with you. And this book right here, y'all, I'm telling you, I picked this book up and I could not put it down till I finished it. I read this book in one sitting. Like I did. I could not. There's been a few books that have done that to me, that have totally captivated me. And this is one of them. Yes in the Dark. And, you just never know. And for that, there was so many things that were relatable. I could relate to Jasmine's story. And you never know whose story is like your story, or whose story is stuck on the inside of them. And it's your story within the pages of your book that's going to prime that pump for them and get them to the place where they put their story out there and write their book as well. So it's kind of like this vicious circle, right? It just goes on and on and on. We want to create authors all over the world. We've begun that, and we want to continue in that. And I believe that some of you that are on today, right now, are on because it's time for you to write your book. Listen, can I say this? And then, I'm gonna let Pastor Jasmine will tell you all the details and everything. But let me tell you, if you made it through 2020, and if you're on here, that means you did. If you made it through 2020 and God graced you to make it through 2020, meaning that your story is on the inside of you still. He allowed you to carry your story through 2020. You got a story about that. You got a story that came before that. You got a story that came after that. And listen, don't take it for granted. There are so many people. You know how many books are 6 feet under? Do you know how many dreams and visions and stories and testimonies are 6 feet under?
Oh my goodness.
Don't get me started right here. Because let me tell you, we got to live every day to the max. Stop saying I'm going to do it one day. You know when one day is? Right now. I'm going to do it when things get better. You know when things are better right now. And so God graced us to make it through 2020. Man, we better live every day to the fullest. And that includes doing what it is that God told us to do. Writing a book, starting a business, starting whatever it is.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Said that. I'm so glad you said that, because it made me brought back to my remembrance Cicely Tyson. And so I know the world was affected, because she was such a great, woman for us to look at, a great role model for us to look at. And I think she was 96 years old when she passed away.
Yeah.
But do y'all know that 2 days prior to her death, she published another book? 2 days. 2 days prior to her transition. And so you talk about when is a good time for you to write your book? You never know what tomorrow may bring. Today is the day that you start writing your book. Today is the day that you leave a legacy behind in the form of a book. And I tell people all the time, I said, I have this vision of this graveyard. And every time I look at this graveyard, I see like little hands sticking out holding their books. And on the book it said, this was the book that was supposed to pay my medical bill the casket. This is the book that would have saved my life from the abusive marriage. This is the book that would have saved my children. This is the book that was going to save my family. And so every time I had somebody paint the picture for me, and it's literally hands sticking out the grave with the books in their hand, because they never wrote the book. They never got a chance to see the breakthrough that God had in store for them. And listen, we can talk all day, we can do videos all day, but can I tell you that your book is that thing that can be around for generations? You know what I mean? Like there are books that are 300 years old. I mean, we got the Bible. That's probably the oldest book in the world. And that's still around and it's still alive. And so can you imagine what you leaving your book behind will do for somebody 300 years from now? I'm telling my story because listen, there's no new stuff under the sun. There's no new tricks. The devil has no new tricks. So the same thing he tricked me with, and I wrote about in my book, somebody 10 years or 20 years or 40 years from now will need this same information on how to defeat the enemy and those type of things. Somebody 100 years from now is going to need those same declarations that Pastor Kim wrote out, so that they can make it through to their next level, so that they can know that they have purpose. And so this is why it's so important, y'all. Listen, I know you may feel like, well, everybody in the world has a book. Everybody is doing a book. I want to do something different. No, your book is your legacy.
Your
words are your legacy.
The words out of my mouth. Yes.
It's your legacy. And so, and we look at historic books. I mean, our kids go to school and they work out of textbooks. And those are the words of things that come from long time ago, or whatever the case may be. But my point is, y'all, write the book. Leave a legacy. Don't let your book go in the grave with you. You never know. You could be struggling with something financially. And when I wrote my first book, financially, we were in a struggle.
Yeah.
We were in a struggle. I'm talking about, we were happy to have a can of corn and some hot dogs. Like, all right, this is dinner. you know, and it was such a struggle. And we ended up at one point about to have to live in our vehicle, and just all kind of things was happening. And we were living in government housing, and no shade for anybody that's there. But what I am trying to tell you is that I came from there. And because I said yes in the dark place, because I said yes when I wasn't sure what was going to come after that, because I said yes, now God has blessed us tremendously. When I say tremendously, I mean tremendously. God has blessed us. And I'm telling you, all you got to do is say yes, and you never know what God is going to do with that yes. Gene Garner said, I needed to hear this. It's so, you never know what God is going to do with your yes. It could be the thing that you've been praying for. Some of us say, I'm praying for a breakthrough in this area of my life. Don't you know that when you pray that prayer, sometimes you're looking for God to just hand you some money, but God gives you a strategy, and that strategy may be the book?
Come on. I just told somebody that. Jasmine, I just told somebody.
That strategy may be the book. You're looking, trying to figure out, okay, I want to be able to purchase a new home for my family. Don't you know your strategy could be the book?
Yeah.
Instead of praying for a check, he gave you a strategy. He said, use what I've given you. Use what's in your hand already.
Yeah.
In your hand is the pen and your story. Write it. So I'm going to let you go.
That is, amazing. If you are not convinced at this point after hearing all of that, then I don't know. I mean, let me tell you that everything that Pastor Jasmine has shared, and I just concur with it, and I have experienced it. And I got, I have several of my books. I got the 40 Days of Biblical Declarations here. I got, and you shall decree a thing, declarations of deliverance. We got the prayer protocol here. We have the second release of the journal and legacy right here in my hand. Legacy is the thing that speaks for you after you are gone. That's what legacy is. It's the thing that speaks for you after you are gone. Do you want, I'm not going to be silent. I want my voice will still be ringing. There's a message that I want people to still be hanging on to when the Lord, I'm not planning on going nowhere anytime soon, but let me tell you, there is a legacy, and all of you have a legacy that will speak for you. I was ministering to somebody earlier today, and you know what I did, which I often do after I finished ministering, and they said, well, what's the next step? I said, I want you to read this book, and this book.
Wow.
3 books I gave this person to read. And let me tell you, the same thing can happen with your book. I don't know how many times people have said, I had Janice Skinner, who's part of We Win. When we first encountered and I wrote the book, she was buying loads of books and giving them away. Pastor Kim, I need some more books. I gave all the books away.
Wow.
I'm just saying, y'all. So listen, tell them, Jasmine, what? February 16th.
February 16th is for 7 days. The information is going to be right there on that bit.ly link. It's bit.ly/NLUP bootcamp. You go right to the page, and it'll detail a little bit more about what the bootcamp is all about. But listen, this is what's included, and we got a special surprise, so we need you guys to stick around to the end. What's included in this bootcamp is writing development. There are so many people that say, I know what I want to say, I just don't know how to say it. In the boot camp, we're going to help you develop in your writing. We're going to help you say what needs to be said. I was reading that.
I'm sorry, darling. I put it back up.
And so in the boot camp, you'll get the writing development. You'll also get, let's see what else we got in there, brand building. And so one of the things about writing a book, what's important is that you learn how to build your brand around the book. We're going to talk about how to make money, book monetization, how to make money with your book. And I know, that's such a cliche, and that's such a touchy subject. Like, I don't want to write my book for money. Listen, you're going to write your book for money. It's okay. You're going to sell books, and you're going to make some money, and it's okay. And it's a God thing. Okay.
It's okay.
You also experience healing through writing. And one of the major components about doing this boot camp with Master Life Coach Kimberly Jones is that we're going to be able to walk you through, because there's some parts of your story that still may be a little touchy. Some parts of the things that you want to write, you still may be kind of working through. And so we're here to coach you through those moments. And so you'll get some healing through writing. We have some publishing opportunities for those of you that actually stay the course and finish to the end. You'll be presented with some packages for an amazing, amazing opportunity to publish under Next Level Up. And I mean, that's a platform that you want to publish under, because let me tell you, there's a fire under that publishing house. And I'll let Pastor Kim tell a little bit more about her publishing company. But listen, if you want to ride on a wave of something, you want to ride on a wave of Next Level Up. And so you'll get some publishing opportunities under that. At the end of the boot camp, of course, it's going to be virtual interactive sessions virtually. So we'll be going through Zoom with that. And then, of course, accountability. We're going to be here for those 7 days to walk you through and to make sure that you finish. Because I know we can say, write your book all day, but you're probably going to leave this broadcast and you're not going to do anything with it. Or you're going to be excited. You're going to grab the pen. And then you're going to get distracted because Netflix is like, hey, I'm right here. Right. Or you're going to get distracted by a phone call or something like that. And you're going to keep putting it off. But we're going to be those voices that's going to agitate you in your ear until you get it done. And so you get us as accountability until you get the book done. And so I'm really excited about what is going to happen with this Write Your Book boot camp. And let me tell you, it is intensive. It is a boot camp. And so you won't sleep. So be ready for that. There'll be some moments you probably won't eat. It's okay. There's going to be some moments where you ain't going to be able to talk on the phone to sister girl. You're going to have to say, girl, I got to call you next week. Right. And it's okay because it's a boot camp and it's intensive. And listen, you're talking about your legacy here. And so it's okay if you got to tell some people, I'm going to have to call you back next week. Or I ain't going to be able to watch my show this week. I'm going to have to watch that next week because listen, your life depends on this, y'all. So
Absolutely. So Pastor Jasmine, she went over all of the things that are included. And, I'm excited because, Next Level Up Publishing actually has been around just for a little while now. But in this season, we have some books that are being cranked out right now, some amazing authors, and we're going to be presenting those books. A couple of my books have been published under Next Level Up Publishing. And I'm telling you, this is the season. Well, the Lord gave me the vision for it a couple years back. But, there is a time and a season for every purpose under heaven. And when I tell you this is the time and the season, because I know that there are people out there who don't just want to publish a book and have a cold publisher, but want somebody who has faith, can have faith with them and believe with them, not just to write their book, to be a successful author. Anybody can be an author, but we believe in successful authors. And I believe the oil that's on this, okay? The oil that's on this, I'm telling you that it runs down and it covers everything and everybody that comes under the umbrella of Next Level Up Publishing. And so I'm excited about it. If the Lord allowed me to do it, then he absolutely positively will allow you to do it as you set your sights on your publishing, on your book, on your books, plural. And so we have an amazing offer today that, right, Pastor Jasmine?
We have an amazing offer. And listen, I don't know how long we're going to be running this offer. And I don't know if we're going to ever do it again because it took some pulling. I was like, we're not doing it. But, God's hand is really on this boot camp. And so I just really believe that, there are some people that are in need of what we have to offer. And what we want to do is we want to give you, I'm going to put it this way, we're going to give you $500. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to give you $500. All you got to do is go on the site and register. And when you get ready to register, all you have to do is pay the deposit. You don't have to make the full payment. Just pay the deposit and you'll be right in the class with us. Okay. And if you need help financially, all you got to do is just reach out and let us know, and we'll be willing to work with you. We have some guidelines that we can work with you on if you're really serious about it, but you must be committed to the process. So I know that some of you guys, because we get notifications when you go on the website. So I've seen quite a few of you on the website. No, it doesn't show the names, but I know when people are looking at the website. So some of you kind of eyeing it like, okay, I want to do it, but that may be too steep for me right now. Listen, this is a one-time offer, $500 off. $500 off. Okay, so for some of you, that's a whole car note and car insurance put together with the light bill. So if you can use that extra And let me tell you, when you write your book, you'll be able to pay 5 people's car notes in 1 month.
Yep.
So you'll recoup that fee back fairly quickly. All you have to do is pay the deposit, and you're going to be in that boot camp. And so I'm so excited. I'm really excited to see you guys on the other side of this in the boot camp. And so we can push out those books under Next Level Up Publishing. And there you go. $500 off. Register today.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
That's
and
it.
so the deposit is not $1,000, right?
Nope.
It's $600.
It's $400.
It's $400.
Only $400.
It's $400. Because I know they were sitting there thinking, oh, if they're gonna discount that much, I know the deposit is. Let me tell you,
the discount is more than the deposit.
Exactly. Exactly.
The discount is more than the deposit. And so for all that you're getting, let me tell you, for all that you're getting, you won't be able to get this nowhere else for that type of price.
Yeah.
And normally, my rates itself is 4 times that. So this is a really, really good deal. Pastor Kim is really, really pushing and rooting for you guys. And so she was just like, we're going to lower the price. We're going to get them in here. I have a vision to see some books cranked out. I have a vision to see people living on purpose and in destiny with their books in their hand. And so I'm willing to partner with you guys to do it. I'm really excited about that. So only $400. And again, if you need help with the $400, just let us know. And we'll do our best to try to work with you. But you want to get in this boot camp. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. And let me tell you, I'm not kidding. And so I want to show you guys a couple of books that we've kind of had our hand in. This is just a few books. That we've had our hand in. Is Miriam on here? Amy?
I saw her earlier.
Amy's on here. I saw her on here earlier, but this is her book. We're excited. She had the Dr. Danae LeMay write her forward. Yes. We got right here, melodies. What is it? Messages behind the melodies. This is Bishop J.C. White. And he had Twinkie Clark to be a part of this. He had Marvin Winans be a part of it. Hezekiah Walker be a part of this book. So many great people were a part of this book. So listen, you got to know that what we're offering is of much, much, much value because we've had some heavy hitters. We've had some heavy hitters partner with us. And so you don't want to miss this opportunity. And let me tell you something. You never know where your book is going to land you, but I can promise you that it'll land you somewhere if you dedicate to the process.
I love it. I don't know what else there is to say. I see a few people. April says, I'm committed. Beverly is saying something out there. Rosalind Cohn says, I'm in. Who else says that they're in? I'm committed. Let's see. I'm here. Amy is here. So there's several people out there that say that they're ready. I don't know what else we can do. I mean, we just really laid it all out on the line here because we want to see you walk away with your book fully written and then choosing what your next steps are going to be to get that published. So I'm glad that I get to partner with this way. Right here, lady over here, that we get to do this together. I'm really excited because, like I said, she knows exactly what she's doing. I've watched her. I'm excited and proud of her and all that she's doing, and I'm just glad to be able to partner with my daughter in doing this and blessing people's lives. So,
absolutely, I'm excited.
All right. Listen, if you guys have any questions, just reach out. But we start on the 16th, right? Which is Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. And it goes through, what is it? Is it we do it 8? Let's tell them, because a lot of people are going to want to know the timing of it. So is it 8 to 10 on Wednesday?
8 p.m. to 10 p.m. every night. We're doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to, I think we're doing Saturday morning. I'm not sure. I have to check the schedule again. We'll skip Sunday for sure, but we may be skipping Saturday. Then we'll pick back up for Monday, Tuesday, and if Wednesday, if we don't do Saturday. So that's how to be, but it'll be 8 to 10 p.m. every night. We asking that you're logging in. But that's just not the only time that you're going to be writing. That's the time that you'll meet with us every night. But you're going to have to dedicate yourself to this work. So you're going to have to shut down everything for that week to be able to get this done. I'm not saying you have to take off work, but on your lunch break, you need to be writing.
Yeah, right. Every free moment.
Every free moment at the red light. Don't get a ticket, but you need to be writing. And so, and so it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be very, very intensive, but it's so worth it. If you guys can just look at the both of us, you can see that it's so worth it. Her life speaks for it. My life speaks for it. Other people's lives are speaking for. Just to say yes to writing your book. And so, like I said, our lives are speaking for it, and your life can speak for it as well. And I guarantee you, those that are worried about finances, because I know I talk to a lot of people, those that are worried about finances, I guarantee you it will pay off, and you will thank us in the end. It's worth the investment. It's worth the investment.
Absolutely. So, absolutely. Well, that's good. That's good. Well, thank you guys for coming on this evening and just kind of listening to what we have going on. We'll do more of these. We may come on live again, prior to, I'm sure we will, but I'm talking about in reference to, there'll be more things that come up with Next Level Up Publishing, of course, and Write Your Book Boot Camp. And we are dedicated and committed to really raising up authors who are successful in their writing. So blessings to you. And we're looking forward to working with you.
Indeed.